It is what it
We're
is.
probably live, and we're just talking to each other. How
We
you
are
doing?
live.
You doing well?
I'm very well.
You ready?
Sure.
Hi, everyone. How are you? Welcome to the team call.
Hello.
What a pay period we just had. We're so excited to be here with all of you. We have some good stuff.
Yes.
Good stuff coming.
I do have to let you know that if you hear an odd chewing sound behind us, it is the Winnie the dog.
Mm-hmm.
Winnie the dog has been permitted to stay inside because we're going to see if the chewing sound.
Yes,
there she is. We're going to see if the chewing sound is more or less annoying than the barking sound. So let us pray.
Let us pray.
Talk about the pay period, Mary Alice. Why is it so exciting?
Well, I look at the list here of attendees, and
Somebody just left. You better get back up in here.
I see that some of you have been around a while, and some of you are new, and so this may be your very first team call, and so we want to be sure that we are speaking in a way that you understand, and we want you to follow along with what's going on. And so when we, this is our kind of our pay period ending call, but also our pay period kickoff call for this next pay period. And what you need to know about AdvoCare is that our pay periods end every first and third Tuesday. So we close out business every first and third Tuesday of the month. And so on Wednesday, we all like to sleep late if we can, because the pay period doesn't end until 2 a.m. Central Time. So we're usually up really late, and lots of good stuff happens late on the close, as you're going to see. And so that's what we're doing here, is we are celebrating the accomplishments of last pay period, which ended last night or this morning at 2 a.m. And we are going to give you some encouragement and also some training to take with you into this next pay period, because there is some remarkable stuff coming up in the world of AdvoCare. And if you will take what we give you and put it into action, the sky's really the limit. So are we going to go right into recognition, or what do you want to do?
Yes, let's recognize people.
By the way,
hello.
We are Philip and Mary Alice Duncan. For those of you who are brand new and who are like, who are these people and why are they talking to us? We are your diamond leaders, and we are humbled and honored to be able to speak to you every couple weeks in this way. I wish you guys could talk back. That would be a ton of fun. We'd be here all night.
You can chat.
You can chat.
There's a chat option. It's very exciting.
There is a chat room.
One thing I do want to throw out there real quickly is, for those of you guys who were able to get to Tennessee this last Friday night, we actually celebrated with our Diamond Celebration. It was a special night. It was just absolutely amazing. Thank you for making that possible. Each and every one of you was a part of that, whether you were able to be in that room or not. We thank you for that. It was special for us. Hopefully it was special for those of you who got in the room. But know that our goal in this is to serve you well. It is to help you get the absolute most and best you can get out of AdvoCare on whatever level, whether it's products or it's business. If you're looking for some just incredible people to do life with, you're in the right spot. So let's jump into some recognitions.
Okay, so you all just hang on.
That's the first time I've ever done any kind of public speaking when a dog was licking my bare knee.
I'm telling you what, she loves.
I feel like I held it together nicely.
You did. So you guys are going to see now a little something. You're not going to see us. And I really want to congratulate Philip on this flyer. I know a lot of you really enjoyed this flyer. I was rather impressed myself. He continues to outdo himself. Last pay period, we had Zach Morris with a gigantic cell phone.
Yes.
And now we have Betty White with a lightsaber. We keep upping the ante.
We had the Muppets once.
We did have the Muppets.
I'm pretty excited about it. Who knows what I'll come up with.
Who knows, you guys? I'm telling you, with Philip, you truly never know.
But hey, thank you for being a friend.
Thank you for being a friend. We want to sing it?
No, I'm good.
Okay. So we're going to hop right into recognition, because holy moly, have we got some recognition, and we could not be more excited. So, Philip Duncan,
guys,
take it away.
Talk a little bit about 3K Club. And what we want to say about 3K Club is simply this. 3K Club is the sign of a thriving business. When we talk about 3K, what we're talking about is volume. We're talking about PGV, and what we're talking about is being able to get into the marketplace. You're procuring products for you so that you're a product of the product, and that's really important. We want to make sure that even as a distributor, as an advisor, that you're on the products that are going to help you get where you want to go for this season. But the other piece of this is getting products into the marketplace. That's how we get paid. That's how we position ourselves to bless other people at the highest possible level. So what you see here, these names are the folks who are going out there and doing it at a high level. Crazy thing is, when you're doing 3K at a high level, that means your name is going to be not only on this slide, but many slides to come. So let me just walk through this real quickly. Shannon and Lindsay Poindexter, absolutely ripping the head off of things up there in Indiana. You have Tiffany and Doug Woodward. They're ripping the head off of things in Pensacola, Florida. Then you have Shay Rain. I don't know where he is, but something good's happening there. I'm not mad at it. I think Texas, isn't that right?
A part of the Myers organization. Yes.
I'm believing for Texas.
There you go.
Yes. And then Philip and Mary Alice Duncan. Guys, I want to tell you about this couple. They are remarkably attractive people. I'm kidding. But you know what? I do want to say this. The honorable mention at the bottom is Brooks and Chris Reed. And we're going to talk some more about 3K Club here in just a little while. But you need to know that Mary Alice and I have committed personally to leading the charge with getting out there and impacting the marketplace with these products. And if our name is not on this slide, you have every right to call us out and say, hey, be who you say you are. Okay?
So Brooks and Chris and Philip and myself, we're actually holding each other accountable to this.
Yes.
So one of the things that we committed to doing right after Success School was, you know, this is our bread and butter, is moving products into the mouths and the bodies of the people out in the marketplace. And so know that you're going to see our names on this list every time.
Yep, that is a commitment that we have made, and that's important. Let me keep diving through real quickly because we want to talk about our top sponsors as well. And I'm going to speak to this just for a quick minute, and then I'm going to hand the ball to Mary Alice to read off names and some of that fun stuff. But guys, when we talk about sponsorship in AdvoCare, what we want to let you know is that this is not a line them up and sign them up kind of thing. Our goal with AdvoCare is to bring people in and to walk with them from where they are to where they want to go. And the names that you see on this list are some of the best at doing just that. These people aren't just going out and trying to find people to stick their name on a line somewhere so that they can say they've got distributors. These are people who are going out and becoming problem solvers for other people in high numbers. So, MA, I want to let you go ahead and read through this and give some shout outs.
All right. Our top sponsors this pay period, Torrance Hannah with 5, Hal and Megan Craig with 3 new distributors, Jessica and Nick Arlinghouse with 3 new distributors, Molly Gammon with 2 new distributors, Justin Main with 2, and then Shay Rame with 2. So absolutely fantastic, you guys. This is truly, again, moving product into these brand new distributors' bodies so that they will start to feel better, look better, perform better, and they will then want to turn around and share with the people that they know. That is, this again, the sign of a true thriving business. So excellent job. Our team stats for this pay period, and again, this is all of us, every single person in the Philip and Mary Alice Duncan Diamond organization. This is collective. So if you're on this team call, you're a part of our organization. And we had, as a whole, 39 new distributors, 8 brand new advisors. And an advisor, for those of you who are new, is someone who says, I want a lifetime 40% discount, and I also want to maximize my potential to earn income. So advisors earn 5 streams of income, and they have a lifetime 40% discount. And so we had 8 people on our team this pay period make that decision, because it is a decision. No matter how you get there, it's a decision to do it. We also had 33 distributorships earning override, and I think that may be the most we've ever had. What that means, for those of you, again, who don't know, one of the streams of income that we have as an advisor is override. And override means that you have an advisor on your team that you are helping earn income. And so if you're helping somebody else earn income and generate volume and get products in the marketplace, then you are earning override. And this is incredible to see that 33 of you are earning override. So that's a great indicator that we are growing as a team, that you as independent distributors are growing as well. So
if we had like a horn section, this would be the part where we start like,
woo!
You can't do that.
Jack's asleep upstairs, so I can't be too loud.
Ooh.
I need to like bang on the table, and there needs to be streamers. Man, take it, Philip.
I'm verklempt.
Take it.
I'm too teared up. Guys, we have new pin earners. And the reason why we're so excited is that this is a blessing not only for the people who earn the pin, but this is a representation of how many lives they're touching. That's all leadership within AdvoCare is it's a measure of how many people you're going out and blessing in the marketplace, specifically when it comes to leadership. It's empowering other people to go out and earn in the marketplace as well. And we've got a handful of them we're going to celebrate tonight. The first of those would be Shannon and Lindsay Poindexter. This is the third time you've heard their name on this
I
team
do believe so.
And guys, they've just actually pinned silver. And what silver is, that is about $1,000 on average a month. And that's a game changer for so many people. You think of what an extra $1,000 a month would mean in your life or in the lives of some of the people you know. Let me say it to you this way. What Shannon and Lindsay have gone out and done is in a part-time way, in supplemental income, they've gone out and they put the possibility of an extra $12,000 a year in their pocket. Do you realize that people will move their families across the country for a $12,000 pay increase from a traditional 9-to-5 job? So what are we saying here? We're saying that these guys found a way to go out and bless other people, and in so doing, create an extra $1,000 a month in their home for their family to be able to say yes to some things that they've been wanting to say yes to. And they didn't have to change anything but how they spend their extra time.
Discretionary time, yeah.
That's kind of awesome. So guys, Shannon and Lindsay, you guys are rock stars. This is the beginning.
Yes.
I've gotten an amazing text from Shannon today saying that he is fired up and ready to go. And brother, we will run until your legs get tired.
That's right.
What else you got, Mama?
As Jack would say, dun, dun, dun. That's what Jack would do if he were here with us. This is so incredible, you guys. We have Rachel and Jared Woodward have pinned their gold pin. And guys, look at this income disclosure chart in the top left corner. You will see that gold pin earners on average earn almost $40,000 per year in part-time effort in their discretionary time. Are you kidding me? That is phenomenal. It's a leap from silver to gold, and you can see it's a leap in pay. It's absolutely remarkable, and these guys have done it. And I will say, because I'm very fortunate, Philip and I, to have access to some reports, they didn't just pin it, they kind of crushed it. They crushed it. So it's only a matter of time for these guys before we see them on the new pin earner, report again. I have no doubt. And so we're absolutely thrilled. You guys are champions. We're going to talk about you again here in just a minute, but we are blown away.
So that's all the new pins.
That's it.
No
Sorry,
more.
no
We're
more.
not going to talk about anything else.
No more.
Nothing else exciting.
Nothing.
This has been a good call.
We're just kidding.
Just kidding. Okay. That was me. That was Philip doing that.
This is so huge. I love it. Take it, Philip.
It's good. Guys, Doug and Tiffany Woodward. Guys, these guys, again, this is the third time you've seen them on this slide. And here's the deal. The thing I love about their story is these guys are incredible professionals in their own right. They are hardworking people, raised in an incredible family. They're putting in the hours. They're both lawyers. They have every reason in the world that you would look at them and think, oh, they don't need this. But they have purpose.
Yes.
They have purpose. They have a plan. They are incredibly teachable. And I tell you what, when they make a decision and they say, hey, we're about to go do something, I have rarely seen another couple in our business put their heads down and make their, when they say their yes is yes and their no is no, because they get after it and they get it done. So Doug and Tiffany have they've just gotten to the 3-star gold level, which if you saw that last chart, well over $40,000 a year. And guys, the thing is, when you think about what that kind of income can do for the average American family, you're talking about replacement income. A lot of people come to AdvoCare looking for supplemental income. If I can make an extra $500, $1,000, maybe $1,500 a month, maybe I can pay my car note or my mortgage. When you start talking about $40,000 and $45,000 a year, you're talking about bringing mama home. You're talking about paying off some serious debt. You're talking about being able to go out and begin to say yes to things, big stuff. I'm not just talking about, yes, baby, you can have some nerds in the grocery store. I'm talking about being able to say yes to family vacations and big game-changing kind of stuff. So what you need to know about these guys, they're not full-time AdvoCare.
Nope.
They're both
I
full-time
think that
lawyers.
Doug put in what'd you tell me, Doug? 10 hours at the office yesterday, and then came home to close it out.
Like a champ.
It's extraordinary. Extraordinary.
Tiffany's all pregnant.
I know, she's pregnant with baby number 4.
She's pregnant and hitting 3-star, y'all.
That's right.
Tell me you can't do this. Come on.
Right. Well,
Morning sickness.
I would say, before we stop talking about this amazing couple, because we will here in just a minute, I would say, looking at Doug and Tiffany, they have every reason not to do AdvoCare.
That's what I said.
I know, but that's just my observation. I would see them and I would say they don't need this. They have every reason not to. They don't have time.
Mm-hmm.
Active children, baby number 4 on the way, successful attorneys, and those reasons that we might look at someone's life and say they don't need AdvoCare are the very reasons that they do.
Come on.
And so we are just thrilled that Doug and Tiffany see this the way that we see it, and it's a joy and an honor. They drove up from Pensacola to be with us at the Diamond Celebration, which meant the world. It took 2 days out of their closing pay period to be with us.
And then left as soon as we said amen and drove all the way back to get back for a soccer game where the little boy had like 2 goals and an assist. And apparently he credited me with his soccer skills because I'm kind of amazing.
That's right.
Just putting it out there.
So we're proud parents, in case you couldn't tell. This is a pretty big deal.
Guys, all 3 of these couples, and what they've done is amazing. And the crazy thing about it is all 3 of these families are in the same leg of business.
That's right.
And Mary Alice, you actually had kind of an epiphany. You had an aha about this. So I'm going to let you talk.
Yeah. I truly believe that some of you are going to hear this for the first time. I believe that this is going to light a fire in you like never before. I made a post last night. We have a separate Facebook group for all of our PIN earners. So if you haven't yet earned a PIN, you're not in there. But when you do, you'll be added to the group. It's kind of our Mountain Movers Leaders Facebook page. And I made a post last night after all of this went down because I was just processing through it and thinking about it. And I want to talk to you guys about it visually here on the team call. This couple that you see right here, for those of you who don't know, this is Phil and Melanie Thomason. And Melanie went to college with Philip and myself. She's an amazing woman, married an amazing man. They have 2 phenomenal children. Phil owns his own business. Melanie's a school counselor. When they began AdvoCare, she was also in school full-time to get her higher education, or part-time to get her higher education degree. Very, very, very busy, just like the Woodwards. A lot of life on their plate. But Phil and Melanie had some debt that they needed to pay down, and so they asked us for a plan. We gave them a plan, and what did they do? They were teachable, they were coachable, and they went to work, right? So they
did what?
They went to work.
Yes.
If we had given them a plan and they had sat on it, then we might only have Phil and Melanie Thomason's photograph here. But instead of just having them, what ended up happening is Phil and Melanie are 3-star gold leaders, okay? About to be ruby leaders. It's just a matter of time. This couple is on the verge of that amazing breakthrough. But because of Phil and Melanie's obedience and their yes and their willingness to work, they introduced us to Hal and Megan Craig. Sorry, Philip was telling me something. Hal and Megan Craig are gold leaders in AdvoCare, and they were our charging rhino. Phil and Melanie were our champion in the making this year at Success School. Hal and Megan caught this vision like wildfire, going to work, introducing Phil and Melanie to people, introducing us to people, and very quickly moved their business to the gold level of leadership. Absolute rock star champion couple, partnering with Phil and Melanie this entire time. Next, we have Jared and Rachel Woodward, who you just saw as brand new gold pin earners. Hal and Megan introduced these guys to AdvoCare. They put their heads down, went to work. What do you think Jared and Rachel are going to do? They're going to do exactly what they see Hal and Megan doing. They're going to do exactly what they see Phil and Melanie doing. If Phil and Melanie or Hal and Megan were kind of sitting on their hands, do you really think that this beautiful couple would have done anything with AdvoCare? Probably not. But they did. They just pinned gold. Well, they introduced Jared's brother Doug and his wife Tiffany to AdvoCare, who, as you just saw, pinned 3-star gold last night. Now, here's the neat thing. Doug and Tiffany, again, not a lot of time, just like Phil and Melanie. I wonder who maybe they could have possibly related to. Maybe Phil and Melanie's story. So what are they doing? They're watching Jared and Rachel. They're watching Hal and Megan. They're watching Phil and Melanie. They're watching Philip and Mary Alice. They're watching Brooks and Chris Reed. What are these guys doing? Well, I'm going to do the exact same thing. So they get their plan of action and they go to work. So then they introduce us to Shannon and Lindsay Poindexter. Well, let me think for just a minute. I wonder what they're going to do. Are they going to sit on their hands? No. They're going to duplicate exactly what they're seeing happen. So last night, this incredible couple who came to Success School, why? Because their mentors came to Success School. Why? Because their mentors came to Success School. Why? Because their mentors came to Success School. Because their mentors came to Success School. And it keeps going on and on. They're going to put people on three-way phone calls. They're going to host mixers. They're going to get people on webinars simply because this has been duplicated into them. Now let me show you the second principle that's at play before we move on to the next idea. There's a little concept in Advocare that's what we just talked about, is the speed of the leader determines the speed of the pack. So if your business isn't moving, it's time to look in the mirror and say, what am I doing? What is my team duplicating? Because there's a really good chance that that's what's going on. They will never, ever, ever, ever do what you tell them to do. They will only do what you show them. Okay? So that's concept number one. Concept number two is a little thing we like to call fire burns up. So here we have, and certainly we don't look at our business this way. We don't look at people this way. But if you look at the, kind of the bottom of the ladder here, which please hear me, Poindexters, in no way are you the bottom of the ladder. But physically in this business, at the bottom of the ladder, we have the Poindexter family who last night pinned silver and had about 6K in PGV. Fire burns up. Don't you think that that's going to fire the Woodwards up? And don't you think that's going to make them want to go out and find somebody else? And don't you think that's going to invigorate the other Woodward family and the Craig family and the Thomason family and us? Of course it is. Why? Because fire burns up. So it's a two-way process, you guys. If your business isn't moving, it's because your team is duplicating your speed. They're always going to duplicate your speed. Going out and finding someone new, a new champion, to get excited, to bring that fire into your business like the Poindexters have done. Are you kidding me? Mm-hmm. That's going to ignite a fire that you're not going to be able to put out.
That's right.
So I just had to put this in front of you visually, not in any way, shape, or form to say, these guys have got it all figured out and the rest of you don't. No way. That's not what I'm saying. Hear my heart. I'm looking at these guys going, I think I know what I need to do in my business, because this is remarkable. This is duplication at its finest. And we're so proud. And each one of you listening is capable of this very thing in a very short amount of time.
Well, and I'm going to take it one other direction real quickly, and I'm just going to say simply this. Look at the difference one couple has made. When you think about Phil and Melanie, and you think about their yes, and you think about their willingness to be teachable and go out and do this the right way, look at the difference that has made. And just the four families that followed. And these are just 5 families, but look at the difference. And if you're looking for significance, if you're looking for work that can go out there and actively make a difference, you can't see the hundreds, if not thousands, of people who've been blessed by these 5 families in terms of their health. You can't see the people who are able to say yes to their kids. Yes, I can go out and play with you right now. Yes, I can do all these things. Maybe some of the people who are making a couple $100s a month through their Advocare earnings that are allowing them to say yes to basketball shoes or whatever that may be. But think about the impact your yes and the activity and the decisive action that you can take. Think about the difference it can make. Who would be the people that would be on your slide? They're the ones you need to contact in the next 24 hours.
That's right.
Right? So if you were to contact them in the next 24 hours, what might you do? Do you want to talk about leadership real quick?
We can come back to it.
Leadership is important. This is what those guys on the last slide are moving towards. Just know that if you desire to be in the leadership room, what Mary Alice just described will be your daily method of operation. Right? So now we're going to talk about impending events.
Absolutely.
Yes. Biggest thing on the calendar for you right now, and the thing that everything in Advocare is going to be pointing towards, would be Advonation. This is going to be in January of 2015. This is the next big, major corporate event. Now, it's not Success School. That only happens in the summer. That only happens once a year. But these are regional events that are going to have a similar vibe. It's going to have a corporate presence. It's going to be a show, and you don't want to miss it. Now, what you need to know is that Atlanta and Cincinnati are still hurtling towards a sellout. So if you're in one of those areas, not only do you need to make sure you have your tickets, you need to get your people in the boat and get their tickets as well, because otherwise you're going to have to drive to Long Beach, and ain't nobody got time for that. Right? Now, here's another thing. I want to point this out to you real quickly, because we're going to move pretty quickly through some of these impending events. So grab your pen, grab a piece of paper. But why is now a time for you to put your boat in the water and start rowing? Simply because AdvoCare has never been more visible than it is right now. These are the TV spots just between September 2nd and September 5th. Just those 2 or 3 days, this is when you're seeing AdvoCare's commercials on these channels. This does not include what you're seeing on ESPN or about 7 or 8 other channels. This is just Food Network, HTV, and the Travel Channel. So if you were watching college football, if you're watching, some of these late night programs, the late night college football follow-ups and all that, you're seeing AdvoCare everywhere. But you know what? If you're seeing it, guess what? Everybody you know is seeing it as well. And the question is, are people you know associating the AdvoCare logo and the AdvoCare brand with you? And if you're in business, you need to make sure they know you are in business. So what's coming up in our area? What's coming up in the different areas where we have interests? A lot. So let's say this. September 4th, that would be tomorrow in Trussville, Alabama, just outside of Birmingham. This is an incredible event with incredible leaders. This is a business opportunity meeting. When you see BOM or business opportunity meeting, that lets you know that if you have people who you know are looking for income, whether it's supplementary or replacement income, get them in the room, because that's where they're going to see vision painted at the highest level. And these two couples are absolutely incredible at painting vision.
Absolutely. We also have tomorrow a business opportunity meeting. Where's this one, Philip? Mount Juliet. So close here to Nashville. Ashley and Ryan Shepard are dear friends of ours, phenomenal diamond leaders. So again, if you have prospects that you need to get in front of this message, the business of AdvoCare, this is going to be a meeting that you do not want to miss, that you don't want them to miss.
Go pick some people up, put them in your car, and drive them with you. Knoxville, you got a lot coming up. You got a huge basic training that's coming up on September 6th. And you talk about two couples that you want to get at their feet and hear how they're having success, this is it. If you're new, if you're a seasoned vet, go sit down with Lois and Laramie Gregory for a few minutes, and you will walk out with a full notebook, a full heart, and a full tank to go get this thing done. These guys are absolutely incredible. And you know what? If you've got prospects and people who need to hear about hope, people who need to hear about weight loss, go sit down with the Fosters. Can I give you a secret? Sandy Foster gives the best hugs in the world.
She's
the single best hug giver in the history of ever. One of my favorite people. Yes. It's a great opportunity for you guys to get in and hear about AdvoCare from the heart of a champion.
In North Carolina, just so you know.
Is that in North Carolina?
North Carolina, Sweet Pea.
Just kidding. Love y'all. If y'all are in Knoxville, go to North Carolina. It's a short drive. Y'all close. Hush. All right, here we go. Inside Out, you're going to see more about this here in just a second, but I wanted to throw a couple of things up here for you guys down in Texas. This is in Fort Worth, and this is going to be on the 8th, so keep an eye out for that. Down in Houston, Ladies' Night. Meryl, speak to Ladies' Nights real quick. Why are they important?
Oh, I love the Ladies' Night because it, again, only ladies, obviously, but also that's where you get to hear the heartbeat of AdvoCare. And it's just really, we know that, AdvoCare is for men and women, but it's really special to gather with just the women and enjoy a ladies' night with AdvoCare.
So you're saying you want to get away from them?
Well, sometimes.
Well, that's the problem, because we're hosting a mixer together.
Not all the time. We are having a mixer, y'all. Don't you want to be here?
Monday night here at our house in Franklin, Tennessee, we will be hosting a mixer, talking about the challenge, talking about skincare, making bad jokes. It's going to be epic. You don't want to miss it.
That's correct.
2 big nights of training that are coming up. Stephen Whitwell, as you guys well know, is one of my favorite people in the world. He is going to be in Cincinnati, Ohio. Those of you who are in Kentucky, those of you who are within an hour, hour and a half, 2 hours, nobody does it quite like the Wit. He can absolutely tear it up. Yep. So get in there and check that out. And guys, we're trying to post all of these on the team page so you know they're coming up. Right. I've been beating the drum on this one now for a couple of weeks. Todd Cash in Daphne, Alabama, right next to my hometown. This is one that I'm willing to get in the car and most likely drive about 7 hours for. So if you have the chance to get at the feet of Todd Cash for training on how to do this business, guys, don't miss it.
That's right.
If you're in Florida, if you're in Georgia, 4 hours away, it's a Saturday.
Yeah.
Listen to the ball game in the car. It's going to be, that's a winner. Told you about the inside out thing. Marilyn, do you want to speak to this real quickly? This is the September schedule.
Yes. So if you are anywhere near any of these events, or think outside of just you and think about the people that you know who are near these areas, the Inside and Out event is going to be excellent. I believe this is where they're going to be talking about not only the product, our nutritional supplements, but also the skincare line. So there's going to be a pretty heavy focus on both. And so this is going to be a phenomenal event with some of our doctors and I believe in some of our corporate staff. So these are going to be excellent to get your prospects to these.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a winner. And probably the most important impending event that we have coming up is the mixer that's going to be taking place at your house. So if you would be so kind as to go out there and let us know when you're hosting that. You want to make sure that you're putting your events on the team page. And here's why. It's very likely that someone on our team page knows someone who lives close to you. And getting people in the room builds momentum. It gives you the sense of encouragement. It gives you an opportunity to speak life and speak hope. And when your guests come and they see other guests there, all of a sudden people start looking around and saying, wow, there must be something to this. So please do us a favor, jump out there and post your next impending events. Now, we get this question every now and again, about flyers. And people saying, I need a flyer, I need a flyer. And I have a really simple question for you. Are you ready for it?
Why? Why, Philip?
Why do you need a flyer? What are you going to do with a flyer? Because you have to be careful with flyers. There's actually a rule in AdvoCare at this point, and you need to know that the social media guidelines and some of those things that are in your distributor agreement, they're serious about those. I'm seeing a lot of pictures floating around of people taking video and pictures of TV screens during ball games. We're not allowed to do that. So if you have those on your Facebook page, pictures of the TV screen during one of the ball games last weekend, go ahead and pull them down. But when you start talking about how to speak of AdvoCare on social media, I've got a secret for you. Flyers don't bring in people. Why is that, Marianne?
Well, a flyer, the purpose of a flyer is to alert other distributors within AdvoCare of your event. It is not for prospects. This would be, think of it this way. If you are putting flyers out on your social media wall, that is essentially the same as somebody coming by and putting a flyer on your windshield in the Target parking lot. What are you going to do with that? You're going to throw it away because it has no value to you. A personal invitation to a webinar, a personal invitation to a mixer, those things are what's going to move the ball down the field. Now, if you need something with address or directions, that's one thing, and you can certainly share that only when you make a personal invitation, and preferably when you've already made a connection via a three-way phone call or a 2-on-1 meeting, and it's your mentor actually offering that invitation rather than you. So a flyer, they're pretty, they're fun, I get it, everybody loves to see their name and their photograph on a flyer, but they are really for internal use only. You will see that Philip and I don't flyer our Facebook wall. If you're friends with us, you're going to notice that. It's not attractive, and it certainly doesn't build a business. So what AdvoCare Legal is requiring is if you create a flyer, you must submit it to AdvoCare Legal for approval. You must. It is a requirement. You will have to pull it down if you don't submit it. And they've asked us to kind of keep track of that to be sure that we're compliant at all times. So know that if you want to create a flyer, you can. You just have to submit it for approval through the legal department, which can take 3 to 5 business days because they are so backlogged. It is not an immediate thing. So know that, your mixers are typically kind of spontaneous and spur of the moment. And if you're waiting 3 to 5 business days for a mixer flyer, you're waiting a long time for something that you don't even need when word of mouth could have already generated, 15, 20 people getting in the room. These are templates, what you see here on the screen, and we will post these in our team page, these 3 are templates that have been given to us by the legal department. These are approved images. This is the approved logo, and it says at the bottom, hosted by Advocare Independent Distributors, which is the language that we are allowed to use. What you are allowed to do with these is to put the time, the date, the location of your event, as well as your name and your email address or your phone number so that the person seeing the flyer can contact you for more information.
And I think you can put your picture.
And a photo.
Yeah. So just understand that, guys, what we're trying to do here, this is not, put everybody under our thumb and let's make this robotic. What this is protecting the house.
That's right.
So know that we're going to post these. These are actually PDF files, so they will be under the Files tab. I'll try to get them posted either tonight or tomorrow morning. But know that they will be there henceforth and evermore. If you get a phone call from us about flyers or about anything on your Facebook page, please just know that that's not us trying to be anything other than on your team, on your side, helping you position yourself for success.
Well, as Advocare grows, you guys need to know, as we grow bigger, there are going to be people who will choose to take liberties with our images, our logos, and things like that. And so Advocare Corporate is very smart to, kind of take the reins on this now. So this is all for our benefit, protecting the house of Advocare.
Absolutely. Okay, so we're going to dive in a little bit to a bit of a training here. So y'all take a minute and read this. I got to put on my Phillip hat for a few minutes and just talk about the business of Advocare. So I thought this was funny. I actually created this myself. What you can see here is a surgeon walking out of a surgery center, taking off his gloves because apparently he missed the whole part about the fact that there would be blood in the surgery room when he was going through his years of medical school. This is Smoke, and Smoke was nervous. He didn't realize they would be driving quite that fast, and he was frightened. He's pretty certain somebody's going to get hurt. Guys, here's the deal. I say that kind of in jest, but what I want you to know about this, and I'm going to kind of pull this down real quickly, and I want you to see my face. So your screen is going to go kind of weird for just a second. Sit tight. I say that.
I'll help you.
Okay. I'll let you. Okay. Yes, here we are. When we talk about how to build the business of Advocare, and I'm speaking specifically to our business builders right now, whether you're going out and you're wanting to build a supplemental income, which is $500,000 a month, or you're wanting to go out and you're making $5,000, $10,000, $50,000 a month, the job description is really still the same. And what happens, I think about it this way: it would be like somebody coming up to you and saying, "Man, I want to lose weight. I want to feel better, man. I'm going to get yoked up. I'm going to be huge. I'm going to get in the gym, and I'm going to do it with Advocare, but I don't want to take any products. I can't swallow pills." What you talking about swallowing pills? It's like they come up to you, I'm not going to drink anything, but I'm going to be an Advocare distributor, and since I'm a distributor, I'm going to lose weight and get strong. It doesn't work. It doesn't work because that's not the way Advocare is built. You have to put the products in your body. You can't just look at the box. You just can't have the intentions of using the products. You have to actually walk through and use the products as described based upon your desired outcome. And if that's true of the products, then it's certainly also true of the business. So what I want to challenge you on tonight is to really look at what you're wanting to get out of the business and ask yourself, are you asking Advocare to do something for you, but failing to do the work required to get that result? Are you asking Advocare to pay you? Are you looking at it and saying, how are all these people getting to silver but not hosting mixers? Are you looking at these people who are getting to 3-star gold and ruby? Or are you a higher level pin and saying, why are other people moving more quickly? But looking at it and saying, when's the last time I saw my name on a 3K report? When is the last time I led the charge in recruitment? When's the last time I sat down and I really did believe that I could earn a trip? Because, guys, what I want you to know tonight is that every single one of you on this call tonight has all of the ability in the world. You have the same opportunity as the highest and most successful leader in Advocare. You have the exact same distributor kit as any one of the leaders we've pointed out tonight. You have mentorship. We have so many amazing and incredible leaders on this team, and we have so many amazing and incredible people who are becoming strong leaders on this team. But, in order to become that, it's daily disciplines. And what I want to say to you tonight is, if you desire to lead a business in Abacare, if you desire income from Abacare, if you have attached the income that you would get from Abacare to a purpose, so that, in order to honor that purpose, in order to honor that I'm doing Abacare so that, you've got to do the work. What does the work look like? The work looks like the success system. Just like if you wanted to lose the weight, you'd want to get on the right products. You've got to know what to take and when. Well, you've got to know that you have a pay period every 2 weeks. And every 2 weeks, you're going to have some of that time where you're talking to new people, and some of that time where you're working with your new guy, and some of that time while you're closing business. This is a sales business. I'm sorry, but I'm not. I said it last time we got on here. This is a sales business that changes lives. You saw it earlier. This is a sales business that allows tired mommies who were at one point 300 pounds to become absolute world changers, who go out there and inspire thousands of people because they have the courage to believe that change is possible. This is a sales business that allows mommies and daddies to come home and be the culture shapers for their kids. This is the sales business. These are the products that allow us to go out and, by helping someone else, eliminate debt. This is the opportunity. This is the sales business. This is the simple mode of operation that, if you will get out there and do it, can allow you to say yes to that family vacation. Why not you? This is for you. And here's the reality. When I look at our 3K report and I see that outside of me and Mary Alice, there are only 3 names on it, that makes me sad. It makes me sad. And it makes me sad because I know that that's a missed opportunity, not only for you, but that there are people who need to hear from you who didn't. Frankly, there are a lot of people who needed to hear from us for a long time who didn't. Let me be really, really transparent with you. We did not hit diamond last night. We didn't. And we didn't hit diamond last night for one simple reason. We didn't hit diamond because we went through a season where we were managing a business. We were looking at all of our people that were here and saying, but we like these people. We're comfortable with these people. It's still hard to go out sometimes and find somebody and ask that question, hey, is this something you'd like to learn more about? But our failure to do that for a season has put us in a position now where we've got to go back and we've got to make up for some lost time. That's why we're committed to not missing 3K. That's why we're committed to hosting mixers every Monday night. That's why we're committed to getting in our car and going to the places where the people are who need us, because we recognize that this is a season where we can go out and make a decision for ourselves that can change everything. There's no reason in the world that we can't have diamond and beyond. There's no reason in the world that 60, 90 days from now you can't be staring down the face of ruby, whether you're sitting at gold right now or you're sitting there with no pin whatsoever right now. It's a decision. And it's the intentional action that follows it. So do you have anything you want to add to that? Okay, speak.
Real quick.
Can I jump on this real quick?
Real quick. Well, hang on.
Okay.
I was thinking, we were talking about something. If you look back, and again, some of you that might be new, you may not know this story, but know that Philip and I came into the business in February of 2011. We came into this business with Brooks and Chris Reed, who joined about 3 weeks before we did in January, and also with Ryan and Rebecca Hinton, who are also diamond distributors. So right there you have 3 families, all who have diamond distributorships. Our mentor, Jason and Angela Pinnell, they are Brooks and Chris's direct sponsor. When we all came into the business, they were 9-star Emerald, and after about 6 months, they moved to the diamond level. So right here in Nashville, we have 4 diamond distributorships.
Right here in this neighborhood, we have 3.
We have 3 because the Pinnells, the reason us, we live in the same neighborhood, and so we were thinking, and what I think has happened is we have. Let me think how I want to say this. We all came in together, fired up, excited, locking arms and running. And I feel like that's what we're seeing. That's what we just shared with you. So we showed you in the Thomas and Lego business. These guys they've literally lit themselves on fire. They're just running around. People are loving watching them burn. That is phenomenal. That's what we did. And what I think has happened is we have people who kind of come in alone, and we just feel the need to train the pants off of them. And so therefore what ends up happening is they start to analyze and overanalyze and overanalyze things. and they never get around to just getting out there and setting themselves on fire and doing the work of Advocare. And so we were looking at, from 2011, you have us, the Hintons, the Reeds, you have the Pinnells, all at the diamond level of leadership, and no one from our organizations have come along and done that again. And what I want to encourage you in is exactly what Philip said. There's nothing different about us. There's nothing different or special about the Reeds or the Hintons or the Pinnells. We just had a fire in our belly that said, we're going to do the work. Mm-hmm. Jason Pinnell never put me through Silver Sessions or Ruby Boot Camp. We never went through any of these training programs. Jason Pinnell looked at me and said, how bad do you want it? How many people can you bring me in 24 hours? And I was like, yes, sir. And I went to work, and we put 30 people through the success system in 3 days. Mm-hmm. That's the level of fire. That's the level of conviction and passion and motivation that you got to have if you want to do these extraordinary things and earning the trips and earning all these, massive paychecks. That's what's going to move the ball down the field. I was having a conversation, I'm going to stop, with one of our amazing leaders today. And she's so different from me, and you can probably guess who it is. And she was asking me the question, how do I get people off to a fast start? Because she wants to help people so badly. And I was like, don't overthink. Mm-hmm. That's what we can't do. We have to stop overthinking Advocare. And when people say yes to Advocare, action steps. Immediately, action steps. We got to give them action steps. We got to say, all right, why are you doing it? Help them develop their story. And find out who their top 3 are and get them moving.
What was that last part about top 3?
Who's your top 3? And can we talk to them right now?
And who are we going to talk to next?
And then we're going to ask them the same question. That's how you're going to start moving the ball down the field in your business. You have to do this while you're doing it.
I'm doing this, guys. We're going to wrap it up. I want to show you, let's see, start screen share. All right, here we go. I want to show you one last thing real quickly, and then we're going to wrap this thing up, okay? There it goes. Strength doesn't come from what you can do. It comes from overcoming the things you once thought that you couldn't. I want you to ask a really simple question. Who told you that you couldn't have all the things you want? Because at some point you believed that you could, because you've got your distributorship. You may have even gotten to advisor and then stalled out at advisor because you went from believing to accepting what somebody else says was your possibility. What I want to tell you tonight is that you are in a position right now to have the fullness of what you desire from Advocare. It is your decision. And I want you to know that Mary Alice and I are here to help you do that. How does that work? How can we help you? We are here to serve well every single person that you bring to the table. We have equipped leadership throughout our organization ready to serve well the people that you bring to the table. You've just got to go out and become a difference maker in the lives of others. What you have to do, and Rick Loy said this better than I have ever heard it at the Diamond Celebration training Friday night. He said, you've got to do the work and you got to trust the process. Guys, when you're ready to do the work and you're ready to trust the process, the sky is the limit. You will be on these 3K calls. You will be positioning yourself to get into the leadership room. You will be seeing friends and people that you shared Advocare with. You will see their names on this because it's going to be duplicated. Your thoughts? You want to close this out?
No, I just want to say one thing about this that I think is so completely compelling that I'd never thought about before. Rick said that oftentimes people come into Advocare and they wait until they can trust the process before they do the work. And he said what happens is, again, people come in, they get a lot of information, they analyze, then they decide they can trust the process, but they never do the work. He said if you come in and you do the work, it's in the work that you learn the process and you learn to trust the process. So he said you cannot get these two things out of order. Mm-hmm. He said in Advocare, it is bad advice to move slowly. It is bad advice to come in and analyze. It is good advice to get in, put your head down, do the work, and in the work, learning to trust the process. And I just think that's very, very important to make the distinction between.
Absolutely. Absolutely, guys. What we want to know, what we want you to know is simply this. We want you guys to know that you're champions. We don't sit here in condemnation of anybody. All we sit here and say is you have an open invitation to become great in this opportunity. You have an open invitation to become whatever you desire to be, to take this as far as you want to take it. And please let us know what you desire to get out of Advocare. If it's products, we want to make sure you're on the right products. If it's the opportunity, we want to help you make that happen at the highest possible level that you desire. What you showing me?
We have breaking news. Don't hang up the phone.
Hold on, I got this.
Don't hang up. Don't get off the computer. I'm about to call Brooks Reed because Brooks Reed just sent me a text, and there are some of you that are falling out of your chair right now because Brooks Reed has received the standings for the tent incentive, the Gatlinburg tent. I'm fired up. Can you? So. Hang on, we're going to call Brooks.
All right, so that person that left just a minute ago is feeling terrible.
I mean, my word, they're going to miss it. They're going to miss the tent standing. So let me call her. Hang on.
I need to hurry up. I got a three-way call in 8
And
minutes.
I know it. And we're going to put her on speaker and let her announce the tent winners. And you guys, we don't have a clue. That's what they were waiting on numbers from Frank at the home office.
You got to figure out whose luggage I'm hiding in.
I know, we're hiding in somebody's luggage. If you don't know about the tent, it's amazing. Drum roll.
Hello.
Hi, you're on speakerphone.
Hello. I love it.
You're on
Yay.
speakerphone and you're talking all across the country.
Oh my stars, this makes me just so excited. I can't wait.
I know. Well, okay, so we told them that we had some late breaking news and that you, ma'am, apparently have the tent standings.
We have late breaking news on this news channel.
Yeah.
Live from the Reed House.
Woo.
I'm sitting in with Mr. Reed himself, and we have some amazing tent earner announcements for your phenomenal Mountain River team.
Woo! Do we get to come?
Can't wait.
Do we get?
Stars.
Do we get to come? Can we come?
Well, you know,
I'm
we
kidding.
did maybe they went for you. No, I don't know. Maybe.
Probably not. It's okay. We love you.
Like, Chris says, is there a couch for them? Sorry. Okay. We have from Duncan. We have the amazing #1 of the entire Reed organization in PGB with a outstanding 29.7K cumulative PGB over these 8-pay periods from the great state of Tennessee, Ed and Leanne Kate.
Woo! Way to go, Kate!
I just heard a whoop from Knoxville.
Phenomenal. Congratulations.
We're so proud of the Kate, and I am just ecstatic. I know that they have been wanting this for probably ever.
Uh-huh.
So it's so awesome to see them at the top of the chart. And then we have a pen mover that is blowing it out of the water, and I think that they have texted us probably more times that, you know, they found out that they could possibly earn the tent, and I don't think that they have slept since they found out they could possibly earn the tent. But we have, with both PGB and moving 310, Doug and Tiffany Woodward.
Way to go, Woodwards! That's amazing.
Okay. So,
Absolutely amazing.
What was that?
Okay. We have late breaking news.
Okay.
More?
Okay. There is such a phenomenon as somebody that has put up the double the amount of PGD that's in your organization.
Uh-huh.
Okay? So the minimum PGD is 12K.
Uh-huh.
That was the minimum that they had to do. And that was 1,500. 12K PGV was the minimum, and it was 1,500 per pay period. Yeah, I can do some math. Okay. All right, so with that number, there is somebody in your organization that has doubled the minimum.
Okay.
They have put up 24K in PGV. And what do we keep saying? And I know you and I have beat our heads over each other with this, is 3K, 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 grow inside of your business. Well, that's what this couple has done. They have not quit. They have persisted without exception, and they have done the average of 3K every pay period because they've got in 24K for the 10th. Well, then I took an extra hard look, and not only did they do that, but they moved 2 pins. And Chris and I said, you know what? There is such a thing as deserving of this because they've not only done the minimum, but they've doubled the minimum.
Yeah.
Jump a pin or hit the minimum PGD. Well, they jumped 2 pins and doubled the minimum to have 24K. So we would love, if this couple so chooses, be in the tent with us. We would love to extend an invitation to Hal and Meg and Craig.
I don't think you're going to have to worry about that.
I think Hal was coming anyway.
Oh, amazing.
For those of you guys who may have been with us Friday night, you know that we recognized a specific trait in the Reed organization and in the Reeds as a couple, and that trait was generosity. And you just
witnessed it
in action.
Yeah.
So
wow.
Reeds, y'all are amazing. We love you guys.
Well, we love you guys. I'm gonna let Big Dave speak.
Okay,
Ooh.
Talk away. You have the floor.
I know that this is one of those types of decisions that we make that is based upon performance. It is based upon a no quit type of attitude, an attitude that we have watched, that we have ourselves rewarded, and we have modeled that after Richard Wright. We have watched what he has done for those who haven't quit, who've gone and surpassed the minimums, and we feel as though if he's doing that, then we have to also take into consideration and do those same things when we've got champions and people that are changing that many lives each and every day. So it was an easy decision to make, and we know that it will be a blessing to not only those two that get to be there, but to each and every one of the 120 other individuals that will be in Gatlinburg in October. So we are blessed to have individuals like Hal and Meg and Craig in our lives because of the people that they are. So thank you.
Wow.
Guys, we love you. Thank you so much. This is gonna change some lives for sure.
Well, guys, I'll say this: Mountain Movers. I couldn't be more proud of the three couples that earned it. You guys had head down the whole time, and
man, because we know it's coming. We know that the tent for us was a game changer. It was a life changer. And if you're new and you don't know what the tent is, it's a incentive that the Reeds run once a year with 4 other couples that they've built a strong relationship with throughout Advocare over the years. And it is truly transformational. And so these 3 couples, they earned it, and we could not be more thrilled for them that they get to go and be in the space of these amazing leaders. So,
absolutely.
Reeds, would you like for me to hang up, or would you like to stay on the line? We're going to wrap our team call now.
You're awesome. You may hang up.
We love you. Thank you from the bottom of our hearts.
All right.
We love you too. Bye, guys.
Bye.
You guys are amazing. We love you. That's Mary Alice's happy face. My favorite face to see.
We were only supposed to get 2 spots, and we got 3. Woo! Way to go, y'all. That's awesome. I think I just woke Jack up.
Twice.
It's okay.
That's okay. Guys, we love you. It is 10 o'clock. You have been troopers tonight. Thank you. We were kind of hoping that call would come in. So thank you guys so much for sticking with us tonight. Thank you for hearing the hard messages tonight, but take it to heart. Go out there, do this thing so that we can hang out in fun places like
on the beaches
Destin and
Seaside,
Costa Rica, Seaside,
Gatlinburg,
Franklin. Exciting places.
Yes, we love you. You guys are awesome.
You're pretty.
Thank you. Way to go.
Right.
Way to go.
Y'all are good. Thanks.
We love you.
Have a good week. Go kill something.
Bye.
In a Advocare way.
Yes.
Help people.
Does anybody have any questions? We're not going to take questions. We're not going to take questions.
No
It's 10 o'clock. We love you. Goodbye.
No questions.